Wait, everybody, before the show starts, go to minecodebuster.com.
Wow, that's kind of random.
Really random.
But we need to win. So.
Win what? Tell them what we need to win, Bob.
Bob. Okay. We need to win. Well, I don't know if you've seen the commercial that we've been playing. We made a commercial for anti-tobacco or anti-drugs or something to that effect. But there's a competition going on in Montgomery County for...
Man, cut all the small talk. You go to minecodebuster.com and click the vote here, type in your email address.
But they don't know why they're voting, Rich.
Man, it's common sense. You click the video, Norristown, don't take the chance.
Norristown High School, not Norristown YP. Norristown High School.
Don't take the chance.
Yeah, that one.
And click vote. Type in your email address, one email address per person, per vote.
And fill out all the information or it doesn't work.
If you have more than one email address,
please use it.
Use them. We got like 1,100 votes now. You know.
A little bit more than
no
that.
No fake emails because it won't count. It's just a waste of your time. But yeah, what's on the show?
If you hit me again, watch what happens.
Come on.
There, that's what you get. Anyway, the first thing we have is, I don't know what we have.
Recycling. Do you recycle at your house?
No. Yeah, I do. I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you recycle, yes or no?
I don't know.
How do you not know if you
I don't
recycle?
take out the trash.
All right. I don't recycle, but you should keep the environment clean. I don't know what camera I'm looking at. I'm going in a 4. We got a different camera up there. Look.
Hi.
Is it on? Okay.
Okay, anyway. Next. Let's go watch the
Let's
recycling.
go see some recycling take place. Cheer.
Hello, everybody. James Powell here. I'm here today with Mr. Paul Flinders of Abitibi Consolidated. We're just here today to cover some information, just to bring it to you guys. Mr. Flinders, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Okay. And first question I have for you is, how does Abitibi exactly work the program?
Abitibi Consolidated works the program by putting green and yellow, what we call retriever containers, at every school in the Norristown School District. And with that said, they place them on the property, and the program is just beginning and just getting underway so that people can bring their paper not only from the school but from the surrounding communities to help the school raise money.
Okay. And where are the bins usually located?
The bins are located throughout the district. There's approximately 20 in the Norristown area right now, and I know that every school in the district and the administration office has a container. They are probably centered somewhere around the back of the building.
Okay, all right. And what kind of materials are placed in these containers?
Good question. What everybody can bring to the containers is pretty much every grade of paper that we have, from newspapers, magazines, shopping catalogs, fax paper, copy paper, shredded paper, construction paper. We encourage businesses to bring their paper as well, because businesses in the area are looking to recycle paper. They can bring their paper to the containers. The shredded paper can actually be left in bags. You don't have to take it out of the bag and just throw it all in. You don't have to separate anything. It can just go commingled into one container.
Okay. Seems like a lot goes into the bins. Is there anything that's not allowed to go in there?
We would appreciate not placing cardboard or phone books in there, because cardboard clogs up our paper making machines, and phone books, we cannot recycle them into new newsprint. Abitibi is actually the largest producer of newsprint in North America. 1 out of every 3 newspapers in the United States is made on Abitibi paper. The recycling division is actually the largest, we're the largest recycler of newspaper in the United States as well, with almost 20,000 retriever containers throughout the country.
Wow. And how is the money paid to the schools?
Good question. The money is paid by weight, so the more that the community itself supports the containers, the more money the school makes. It is paid by the ton, and they can make anywhere up to $20 per ton for the district for each container. And our trucks have scales on them, so when they go in, they weigh the container full, empty it, and then weigh it empty and take the difference, calculate it, and every month the school gets a check for the amount of paper that is recycled.
Okay. All right. And where is Abitibi located?
Abitibi currently is in 23 markets around the United States and Canada, And in this area, we are located in Philadelphia in the Manayunk area.
Okay. And how many Abitibi offices are located in the U.S.?
In the U.S., there are 23, and in Canada, we do have an office there, and we also have containers over in Great Britain as well. We started the program there.
Okay. Expansion. That's good.
Yes.
And I noticed you said it's a recycling division. Are there any other divisions of the company?
Yes, Abitibi is actually, as I said, they're the largest producer of newsprint in North America. We also have a lumber division, which makes a lot of the lumber that you'll get at Home Depot and Lowe's is you can purchase, comes from Abitibi. So we actually started the division several years ago for recycling because, first off, it was very cost effective for our company to start a recycling division. It saves a lot of natural resources. It is actually less expensive to recycle paper than it is to cut down trees and make new paper out of it. And to give you an example, every time you fill an Abitibi container with paper, you actually save 17 trees from being harvested to make new newspaper out of. You save 3,000 gallons of water. You save 41 hours of electricity. So every time you do the recycling end of it is much more cost effective and better for the environment.
Wow. Well said. And how long has Abitibi been in business?
Abitibi itself has been in business for over 100 years. The recycling division has been in business for over 12 years, and it started in Houston, Texas.
And what is your position within the company? And could you give us some information on what you do?
Sure. I am the area manager for the 5 counties in Philadelphia and for Burlington, Gloucester, and Camden counties in New Jersey. So I oversee the day-to-day operations. Oversee the salespeople, oversee the trucks, and the process of making sure that the paper's collected in a timely fashion, processed, and that the checks are sent out to the schools for their paper.
Okay. And if anyone wanted to get more information, does Abitibi have a website?
Yes, you can do one of two things. You can either call our office at 215-509-2220. You could speak to Marianne Nevin. She's our customer service representative, works in the office. Or you can go on our website and visit us at www.paperretriever.com. And if you do go on that website, you can check out the bin locator, put in your zip code, and find out the closest bin that is near you.
Okay. And my final question will be, I noticed your logo or mascot would be a golden retriever.
Yes.
How did that idea come in there?
Actually, the golden retriever's been around for many years, long before I started with the company, and the retriever for retrieving the paper is what we use. And currently, we are deciding on a name. We were used to call the retriever dog Pepper, and we're deciding whether to keep it Pepper or change the name to Abby for Abitibi. So we're kind of having a little debate right now at headquarters what to do. But that has been our logo, is the golden retriever, and you can see the golden retriever on the back of every one of our containers. The big picture.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming out.
Yes, thank you for having me. It was very nice.
Very nice. Okay, guys, I think it's about time for me to turn it back over to you.
Gotta let a pro do the work, man. But anyway.
Right.
What's on the show today? Let's tell people what's on the show today.
Well, we have another water video.
A new water video.
Yep.
Like always. And you know what else we have on the show?
We have a juggler.
You know what else we have on the show?
An interview about Senator Rafferty.
Mm-hmm. And what else do we have on the show?
The NAFED commercial.
And what else?
That's it.
No.
Yeah.
It's not it.
We have you on the show.
Exactly.
Oh, God forbid. Anyway.
Me.
Well, you're not important.
But anyway, man, I think the most exciting thing we have on the show today is the juggler.
Yeah, that is the funnest.
You gotta stay
Is
tuned.
funnest a word?
No.
The most fun? Whatever.
Funnest?
I don't know.
You gotta stay tuned and watch the juggler. Man, this is amazing. Gravity ain't no joke. Stop. Oh! But next we're gonna go to NAFED. We told you about MoncoBuster.com. Now they're gonna go into further detail about what actually the commercial is about and everything like that.
And if you're lucky, you might see the commercial too.
Yeah, so
Let's
y'all
go.
come back now.
Hi, I'm Megan Optimus here with two members of NAFED. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Liza Hadrick. I'm the historian of NAFED.
I'm Tawny Yen. I'm Vice President of NAFED.
Okay. Why are you guys here?
We are here to promote our anti-tobacco campaign for MTV.
Oh, that's really cool. How do you, if it's for MTV, how do you guys vote for the commercial, or how do we?
Well, you go to www.moncobusted.com, and the voting started January 30th, and it ends on February 13th at 10 o'clock a.m. And you just type in your name, your age, and your email address, and then you pick Norristown Area High School, Don't Take the Chance, and click vote. And you can only vote one time per email, but if you have more than one email address, you can vote more than once.
Okay. Where did the idea come from for this commercial?
The idea came from our NAFED advisors, including Mr. Davis, Mrs. Scott, and Ms. Lafferty.
Okay. Who was involved in the commercial?
There was so many people involved with this commercial. Some members of NAFED, Mike Buckley, myself, Twan, Jaleesa Hill, Lakia Dunlap, Sharnice Mitchell, and many, many more. And then the Communications Center, Mr. Doyle was a huge help, and Andrew Wolfinger edited the whole commercial. Like, he gave us our final commercial. We came up here many times during the month, for about a month, and we picked the sounds that we wanted, how long we wanted the commercial to be, well, each segment, because it could only be 28 seconds. And Dana also helped a lot with that. And it was just a whole long process, and there was a lot of people involved.
Yeah, a lot of work, but
Yes.
I guess it's worth it. What are the prizes if you guys win for the commercial?
The winning commercial with the most votes get to be on TV for the 30-second commercial.
Oh, that's cool. How are you promoting the commercial to get everyone to vote?
Well, we have a promotional commercial that we aired on Eagle News in the morning, and that was called Smoke Busters. I'm sure a lot of people have seen that. NAFED members were involved in that and taping of that. And tomorrow we're going to have the mascot from Old Country Buffet come and pass out free meal passes at lunches to promote voting for our commercial.
Oh, that's really cool. How did you guys prepare for this? Like, I know that you were promoting like everything, but like, are you nervous or anything for this?
Well, it was a lot of work to prepare for this. We had two committees. We had the actual script writing committee, and then we had the promotional committee. They worked on how we were going to promote the commercial, and then the script committee actually developed the script ourselves, the students. We developed all that, and then there was a lot of preparation in the Communications Center, and we had to like edit the video and choose all the things that we wanted to do with it.
So you guys learned a lot from the
Yeah.
from the
Definitely.
comm center.
Learned
Yeah.
it's a lot of hard work.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
we really appreciate the hard work that Mr. Doyle and his staff put into it.
That's cool. Well, hopefully it will be worth it, and good luck. Again, when and where and how can we vote?
Well, again, you can go to www.moncobusted.com until February 13th at 10 a.m. Vote one email address per vote. So if you have more, you can vote again. And you vote for Norristown Area High School. Don't take the chance.
Okay, you guys heard her. So get on your computers and vote. I'm Megan Optimus here with NAFED. Back to you guys.
Devastating effects of tobacco use.
AIDS,
100,000. Drugs.
100,000.
Car accidents.
41,000. Homicide. 16,000. Fire. 4,000.
Tobacco.
400,000.
Tobacco kills more Americans than AIDS, drugs, homicides, fires, and car accidents combined.
Didn't think your chances were that good, did you?
Before you take risks, know your chances. This message presented by the Norristown NAFED Leadership Club.
Give me the
Why
marker.
you gripping me off for,
Because I want my marker back.
Dang.
You're the worst.
All right.
So,
Next tag, go to mindcodebuster.com. Mindcodebuster.com. Wait, look what today is. Talk about it.
okay. Well, you added, but anyway. Today is our, well.
Man, this is the 15th episode of the season. We exceeded the
record of
record.
all episodes ever created.
Yeah, because
You're welcome.
Because this is the show.
That everyone watches.
Yeah. 15 episodes it's a
lot.
milestone.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me. I've been on the show since last year. My man Kevin. And then Dana stepped in, did all the dirty work. So now we're going 15 episodes strong. And we still got more to come. I'm trying to go for 25.
Yeah, let's do
But
that.
next on the show.
Next on the show, we have a new part of I guess it's going to be, is it going to be like the rest of the time we have the show? I don't know. We're going to start trying to do weather with Carrot and Steve, apparently. So they're going to be our weather people.
Our broadcasters. Our forecasters.
Yes, there you go.
All right, let's go see the forecast for the weekend. Have fun, guys.
Hello, Norristown, and welcome to Destination Eagle. I'm Kara Kozer with Steve Acavino. Right now we're going to head over to Steve to tell you what you should be wearing for this week's current events.
Well, thanks, Kara. And if you're headed to the boys' freshman basketball game and varsity basketball game tonight, look to bring the umbrella along. It may be a soaker early in the afternoon, but as the night goes on, rain should be tapering off. So I don't think it should be a problem. But just bring the umbrella and the raincoat along, just in case. So we're going to look for about a high of 63, which we should hit about 3 o'clock this afternoon, dropping to about the mid-50s overnight. So it's going to be a pretty sticky evening, as dew points are going to be around the mid-50s. So it's not going to be too humid out, but it still should be warm enough that you won't need to wear a sweatshirt or any long sleeves. So that's what's happening tonight.
Yes, this evening it will, as Steve said, be around 58 degrees. Going into overnight, it should be a little bit lower, hitting about 44 degrees. You should expect clouds, not sunny. Hasn't really been that much of a winter.
That's right. It's been really a mild winter, and just because of the jet stream position, that it's more of a northerly jet stream that allows the warm air to come in from the Gulf of Mexico and feed northward. So it's been a pretty mild winter. And looking into next week, we'll see the temperatures start to drop as the Arctic air from Canada and the Northwestern Territories drop down into the United States.
Yeah, Destination Eagle is this new weather program that here at the high school we are doing, just to kind of give you an update on the weather, tell you what you should be expecting, about like sports here, if you want to attend them, what you should wear to that. So, yeah. Steve, would you like to tell us what we should be expecting over the weekend?
Well, over the weekend, Saturday, we're going to see mostly a rain event. We're going to be seeing showers and thunderstorms on Saturday morning. And again, it's going to be a pretty wet start. Around rush hour in the morning, look to see torrential downpours, pretty heavy rain. And if we see later in the afternoon, again, it's going to be the same setup as Friday, where we just see rain moving out of the area later in the day. So tomorrow night, we should see it start to clear up, and it should be a nice day on Sunday.
The next time you should probably see any sort of sun would probably be Tuesday, although it looks to be that is probably the coldest day for this week. Just about a low of 25 degrees and a high of 35, so break out those jackets.
That's right, and coming back to around Thursday, they're predicting possible light snow. There's about a 30% chance right now, so we may actually have some snow this winter. So it's been a pretty wacky start, and it's going to be a pretty wacky end to this winter season.
Now, with all the wild conditions this winter has brought us, you're probably wondering what traveling conditions will be like. So now on over to Steve to tell you what conditions may be like on the road.
Well, Kara, the conditions on the road during this winter season hasn't been extremely difficult, but with the rain tonight and tomorrow morning, you want to give yourself at least a good half-hour early start time. You want to get ahead of the weather, give yourself plenty of time. If you're headed to the airport, look tonight and tomorrow for at least half-hour arrival and departure delays at Philadelphia International Airport. It's just going to be a mess. So you want to give yourself a lot of extra time if you're traveling on the road.
That's today's show. We're Destination Eagle. We're where your weather is. Remember, have your trusty umbrella along, bundle up, and have a nice weekend. From Kara and Steve, you got it.
Yo,
Richie,
throw the marker. Let's call it truce. For real, no, seriously, let's call it truce. Cause I'm getting
What's
mad.
next, Richie?
Hold on. Excuse me for a second. I gotta take some quiet time. Not quiet time. Time to myself. Can I get a close-up right fast? I want to say happy birthday, my man Marv. Okay, we out of it.
Alrighty then.
That's the show. What do we have?
Water video. I'm gonna draw on your face.
Water video.
Another water video.
Let's go to water. Stop writing on me, man. It's writing me.
You're writing on me.
Let's go to water video for
Sometimes you gotta wonder when you're walking down the street, what are those ugly drains you always find below your feet?
What is it? I don't know.
Whoa, call them storm sewers if you want to, but I bet you'll scratch your head, 'cause they don't go to the sewer plant, but somewhere else instead. Now it's easy throwing stuff into that big wide open hole. The candy wrapper, soda can, or half of your jelly roll. Then there's motor oil, leftover paint, and even gasoline, plus fertilizing chemicals to make your lawn grow green. La da 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 Sewer, you got to keep it clean. Sewer, y'all know what I mean. The sewer plant is not the place that those storm sewers go. They drain into the water where we swim and fish and row. Where does it all run off to when the rain comes washing down? Do you think it disappears into this big hole in the ground? You won't find it at the sewer plant, cleaned up real nice and new. But where it goes and what it does can mean a lot to you. The storm sewer drain on your street where rain just has to go. Without the lowly storm sewer, where would the water flow? Along the way it picks up stuff that sometimes isn't clean and dumps it all to wash away into your favorite stream. But it's not just a single stream where pollution's kind of scary, 'cause a stream's only part of the entire estuary. And an estuary is a place where all the water drains from streams and lakes and watersheds, our snows and summer rains. Sewer, you got to keep it clean. Sewer, y'all know what I mean. The sewer plant is not the place that those storm sewers go. They drain into the water where we swim and fish and row.
There's my soda can. Oh no, my candy wrapper. And what's this in my jelly roll? Ugh. Other stuff washed down the sewer drain, just like ours. This is where it goes.
or to a river, a nearby lake, a place you'd like to play, where yucky stuff, polluted muck, all blue and green and gray, will sit for months. A nasty soup, a poisonous creation, to kill the places you'd like to go for summer recreation. Like where you hunt for crayfish on the edges of the creek, or the lake you fish for sunnies, where you once played hide and seek. What goes in storm sewers can kill the things you know, 'cause water's filled with life and food for all the things that grow. Sewer, you got to keep it clean. Sewer, y'all know what I mean. The sewer plant is not the place that all those sewers go. They drain into the water where we swim and fish and row.
Ooh, I wonder how I can get rid of this. I don't want to throw it into the trash can. I wish I just had a big hole I could pour it into. Perfect!
The motor oil your neighbor changed to pour into the drain will wash down the storm sewer pipe when it starts to rain into the creek right near your house to spread like poison goo. That motor oil can kill the things that belong to me and you.
Yes!
And there's all that trash times 20, or maybe 25. That'll someday stop the water flow and help a flood arrive to float away a house or two, or maybe eat your street. So don't trash the trash and sewers. You gotta keep them nice and neat. Sewer, you got to keep it clean. Sewer, y'all know what I mean. The sewer plant is not the place that all those sewers go. They drain into the water where we swim and fish and row.
Non-point source pollution. What's that?
If you think your sewage plant or that big factory are the biggest stream polluters, then you're wrong. And you can see gasoline, chemicals, fertilizer, trash and oil, all of them will find their way to our water and our soil. From every house and neighborhood, from every city street. It's not just from a single source. Pollution must be beat. Non-point source pollution means it almost comes from everywhere, washed by rain into that drain. That's why we need to care when it comes down to teaching others. They may think that you're a pain, but we've got to let them know somehow the purpose of that drain. Together as a group, a class, a club, a bunch of friends, we can show them where the storm sewer starts and where it's going to end. So walk them through the neighborhood and take them to the street and show them how storm sewer drains do a job that can't be beat. Those storm sewers have a funny name that'll make them scratch their head, 'cause they don't go to the sewer plant but somewhere else instead. So let's hear from you some bright ideas that you can show and tell to make them hear what you got to say and what you got to sell. Storm sewers are not magic holes that take things into space. They're water drains for rain and snow. They're not a dumping place. Sewer, you got to keep it clean. Sewer, y'all know what I mean. The sewer plant is not the place that those storm sewers go. They drain into the water where we swim and fish and row. Sewer, you got to keep it clean. Sewer, y'all know what I mean. Sewer, Y'all know what I mean.
No, give me it.
Dang, I'm not
Rich,
funny over
pay
this
attention. We're
random
back
marker.
on.
I
Now,
don't care. Put the marker down.
give me the lid. Lid.
Put it down. Throw it that way.
What's on the show next, Rich?
I don't care. Throw it that way.
No, what's on the show?
I'll hit you with it.
You're not. What's on the show?
I don't know.
An interview. What's the interview about?
I don't
And
know.
Who's it with?
I can't say that, man. I have a cut on my lips, so it's going to seem funny.
Senator Rafferty?
Thank you. Because
Who-
if I say it's going to, my teeth's going to hit my cut. Get off my hands. I'm touching me.
Okay. Well, we have an interview with two students from
Dang.
Norristown who spent a day learning about being in the Senate. Let's go see what they did and stop doing that. I hate
Why are
that.
you touching me? You always hit me, man. You're abusive, man. All right.
Okay, let's go.
Gosh, you're so abusive.
I will draw on your face.
I'm about to, yo. I'm about to just hit
Hi, I'm Megan Osmus here with Sarah Cobb and Lynn Kaldinsky, and we're here talking about the gifted trip to the Senators Rafferty seminar. Hi, guys. Can you tell us what Senator Rafferty Seminar for Future Leaders was?
It was basically a day hosted by Senator Rafferty for high school students as a way to introduce us to the processes of legal things in government. We went through a day and sort of acted as mock senators, and we had the opportunity to discuss issues in small groups and then come together as a larger group to veto bills or amend bills as we saw fit.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was mainly just we reenacted what the government, what the Senate does. So he put us in like a role play situation, and we got to debate issues and give our opinions on it, and then share it in a larger crowd.
That sounds really exciting. What was the day like?
We started out the day as a large group, and he kind of explained the way that the government works, and then we all got name tags and split up into different committees and discussed like single bills and got to amend them, and then we had lunch and we joined up as a group again and presented the topics by a chairperson and a secretary, and then debated the topics and voted on the bills to pass them or not.
There were 8 different bills and 4 different groups that were modeled after the real committees on Senate, such as the Senate Judiciary Committee, the Senate Education Committee, and then each of these 4 groups had 2 bills to discuss. For instance, our group had 2 bills that had to do with driving. One was about cell phone use while driving, and one was about teenage passengers in a car. And we had 2 hours to discuss it in the morning in our small groups. So we spent about an hour on each one, and the small groups were maybe 15 to 20 people in a group. And then later on, all 4 groups came together to form one large forum.
That sounds like so much fun. Can you tell us about some of your personal experiences there?
Well, as I said, I was in a group that talked about driving laws, and it was interesting because we had a bill about teenagers driving with passengers in the car, and the bill suggested that maybe the teenagers should not be allowed to drive with more than one other teenage passenger in the car so as to minimize distractions while driving, especially for new drivers. It was interesting because out of our maybe 15, 16-member group, we all instantly, unanimously vetoed the bill. We didn't want to amend it. We didn't want to hear anything about it. We were all just against it, pretty much, all on the same page with that. We still talked about it for an hour. We tried to think up ways to amend it and other things, but issues that came up were things like age discrimination. For instance, how is teenagers driving with other teenagers more of a distraction than a mother driving with 5 screaming children in her car? So a lot of interesting things came up like that. I thought that one was interesting because we are teenagers, so our facilitators, who were people from the real senator's office, got to hear what teenagers would have to say about it.
Of course, all teenagers are very social, so they don't just want to have one friend in the car.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I was on the Board of Education, and ours weren't quite as interesting, but we could kind of relate to them because they applied to us. There was one bill about students in the top 5% of their classes getting a scholarship to any school they wanted to go to. And we had to veto that one because it was completely unworkable. So just certain things like that, and we got to give in our input on it, because it would be nice as a motivating factor for people to have scholarships like that, but it was just not possible.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like fun. What did you like best about the day?
I think my favorite part of the day was probably just the whole discussion when we came all together at the end, because people would present a bill, and then we were in a group of, there's probably 5 or 6 different schools there, and everyone got to share their opinions and went around, and you could debate people and kind of say things to try and prove people wrong, to try and get people to vote the way you wanted them to vote. So it was just fun to discuss and debate with a large group of people.
That sounds like fun.
I would have to agree with Sarah. I liked the small group discussions in the beginning because it really allowed room for everyone to interact with one another and not just chosen people that are usually outspoken. But when we came together later, it was just interesting because instead of only having to persuade maybe 15 people of your opinion, you sort of had to work together, the 15 people, to persuade the other 50 or 60 people of your opinion. And I just thought that was a neat experience. Sometimes a group would present a bill and then everyone would sort of be like, oh yeah, that's a good bill, that sounds okay. And then one person in the audience would stand up and ask a question that just made everyone question what they had just been thinking. And then everyone's like, oh, yeah, wow, I didn't think of that, and then the discussion really got fueled from those sort of things.
Yeah. What kinds of things did you learn about in regards to government and how it functions?
At the beginning of the day, the senator told us a little bit about his job and what he's responsible for on a day-to-day basis, but actually going through it and sitting in these small groups and then discussing it in a larger group setting was really the part that we learned about the most. We learned what it's like to sit on Senate, to be a senator. They're calling us, Senator Cobb, Senator Kolodinsky all day. And we really felt like we were part of the process, even though it was just a mock thing. So we kind of learned about that. He mentioned a few other aspects of his jobs, but for the most part, we know what it's like to sit on a Senate and discuss a bill.
Yeah, we also had different lobbyists in each of the small groups, and they would kind of present viewpoints. If we were talking about something, then they would present a viewpoint that would be taken into regard in the real government. For example, if you would leave something up to a certain party, then he would say, well, you're not going to get supporters. If you leave this up to the Republicans, the Democrats aren't going to support you. So they really presented things like, well, if we pass this person's bill, then they might pass ours, and really the aspects of government that people don't think of, it's all about networking and who you're going to please and everything. So they kind of gave us an insight that most people don't think about when they're amending and forming these bills.
Okay. Would you ever consider doing this as a career?
I personally wouldn't, because I didn't like the whole networking and aspect of it with the different parties. I enjoyed the whole debate thing, but I don't think I could deal with all the politics.
I think I maybe would consider this as a career. On the way over, I was joking that I would be the senator that's hosting the seminar next, and I don't know if that's really going to happen or even if that's really what I want to do, but it was really helpful to go through the day and just experience kind of what it would really be like. And I really liked it a lot. I enjoyed the program. I enjoy the debating and the discussions and all the different viewpoints from so many different people and passing an idea back and forth. I really enjoyed that, so I would definitely consider a career in law and politics. I sort of had been before I went, but now this sort of just fueled my interest even further.
Yeah, it sounds really exciting. Would you consider this a worthwhile experience, and why?
I definitely think it was worthwhile because I was considering a career in government and law, but then once I had the insight to what really goes on and how sometimes the bills aren't always created as with everyone's best interest in mind, but as who is this going to please, who's going to get reelected. So I'm really glad that I got the insight now instead of going through a bunch of schooling about it and then finding out that maybe it's not what I would want. But even in regards to that, I know I really liked the debating part, so it helped me realize what my interests are. So maybe I can find major in something like that?
I kind of had the opposite of Sarah. I wanted to know more about law and government just like she did, but then when I found out, I liked it even more, and I was even more drawn in towards it. But I think even for people that weren't or still aren't considering a career in law and government and just went for the experience, I think it was still beneficial for them too, because it's just a way for people to learn what goes on behind closed doors in the government. You know, everyone always speaks ill of politics and says, you know, the senator did that, or what really happened in that meeting and things like that. But I think that this was really a way for just the general public sort of to experience what really happens and the sort of processes that go on. And then, you know, kids go back home to their parents and their families, and they're like, oh, this is what I did today, and I really learned what a senator does, and, you know, that gets spread. And so I think that regardless of whether you're going to consider it as a career or not, it was definitely a worthwhile experience for everyone.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Lynn. Megan, back to you guys.
Richie.
What?
We're back from Senator
I don't
Rafferty.
care.
Oh, stop being
Get
a
off
baby.
me. Stop touching
Baby,
me.
baby.
Stop
baby.
touching me.
I'm not touching you.
I don't care.
Baby. Okay. What's next, Richie?
I don't know.
It's your favorite part of the show.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What?
That part.
I'm gonna juggle. Let's go see some juggling action.
Do you know how to juggle?
I've juggled a couple times.
I bet. Well, let's go see a professional. Well, near professional. More
No,
professional
he's a
than
professional.
you.
He's the man.
All right, let's go see what.
How you doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm okay. Now, what do you call that exciting thing?
That right there is juggling.
What were you juggling?
I was just juggling 4, 5, and 3 balls.
Wow, that's pretty cool. How did you get into juggling?
Well, I've been juggling since 5th grade, so that's 7 years now because I'm a senior. And I just saw a juggler one time and decided that I wanted to try it out.
It's pretty cool. What are you going to be juggling next?
Next, I'll be juggling some pins.
All right, go at it. Wow, that's exciting just to see. Like seriously, you see the lights gleaming off the pins. Now, like, what does it take to be a juggler?
It takes a lot of practice. You just gotta practice and just gotta get it.
I can tell you're very patient, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, how long did it take for you to transfer from these to the pins?
It took a good 6 months because the pins they fly a little differently. Like they spin, and the balls you don't even have to worry about them. So it took a while.
Have you ever juggled anything dangerous?
Yeah, I've juggled some knives, some big machetes. They're about the size of this. So.
No cuts?
No, not at all.
That's cool. Now, have you ever thought about joining a circus?
I have actually. That's a lifelong dream of mine.
You still want to join?
Yep, definitely.
All right, what will you be juggling next?
Next, it's not so much juggling, but I'll be manipulating some objects. They're cigar boxes. So.
All right, have fun. That was excellent. Now, man, gravity must be your best friend, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. But sometimes it works against me.
I believe it. Works against a lot of us sometimes. All right, now how can people get in touch with you if they want to have you do a show or anything?
Well, they can call me. My number is 610-277-9285. Or they can email me at juggler143@yahoo.com.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
It's a pleasure having me on your show. And stay tuned because he's going to be on the show for weeks to come. More juggling action. Yo, man, she get on my nerves.
You get on my
I
nerves.
don't care.
Well, I do.
Don't you realize that? I don't care. You know what? Just pillow fight you. Chill, man. All right, relax. Why you so
You
abusive?
brought it up.
Nah, we gonna have a talk right fast. Dana,
What, Rich?
why are you so abusive?
Because I don't like you. See what I mean?
Next on the show. No, there's nothing next on the show. Because the
You
show's
missed.
over.
Yes.
I
But
was fighting her the whole
we
time.
didn't tell him about our new camera deal.
Go ahead.
Stop touching it.
Let's go do the new camera. Come on. Do the new camera thing. Let's go see
Yeah,
the new camera
let's
thing.
show everybody where Megan's sitting.
Don't fall. Hey.
There's Megan. She's sitting up on the.
With the iPod in her ear.
Yeah, I know, right? Liar.
Yo, what is she? Yo. What? That'd be horrible if you fell.
She's not gonna fall.
I'll laugh at you. Then I'll help you.
That wouldn't be funny if she fell. All right, Richie, we have to say goodbye now.
I don't care.
I know.
Bye, mother. I love you, Mom.
That's cute.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. You messing me up, man. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Rich's mom.
Don't say hi to my mom.
Your mom doesn't like you. She likes me. When she agrees, I'm gonna laugh.
All right.
Let's go.
More than credits.
Yep.
We're out of here.
Good morning. My name is Paul Flenders. I'm the Philadelphia, Southern New Jersey area manager for the Abitibi Paper Retriever Program. I'm here to talk to you today about the Paper Retriever Program and how it can benefit your school. By taking your paper, old newspapers, magazines, junk mail, shopping catalogs, fax, shredded paper, construction paper, to the paper retriever containers which are located at every school in the school district and at the administration building, you can help your school raise money by bringing your paper there. We really do appreciate you doing that. It is a great thing for the environment. Every time you fill the container up, you save 17 trees from being harvested to make into new newspaper. You also save 3,000 gallons of water and 41 hours of electricity. So if you could please remember to bring your paper there and have your family and friends in the area bring their paper there as well, the school will raise much needed funds from the Paper Retriever Program. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Devastating effects of tobacco use.
AIDS.
100,000. Drugs.
100,000.
Car accidents.
41,000. Homicide. 16,000. Fire. 4,000.
Tobacco.
400,000. Tobacco kills more Americans than AIDS, drugs, homicides, fires, and car accidents combined.
Didn't think your chances were that good, did you?
Before you take risks, know your chances. This message presented by the Norristown NAFED Leadership Club.